Okay, my lovey, what are we doing today?
Is dating a mess, and whose fault is it?
Well, I don't know about dating being a mess since the last time we did it, 10 years ago?
That was 10 years ago.
It's been a long time. But from what we hear, it's either old people are just complaining because dating's a mess and, we complain about all kinds of things, or it's young people who are complaining about dating being a mess because dating's always been a mess. It was never fun. I've never heard of it.
It's hard. It's a lot of effort. You put your heart out there.
Yeah, and the only people who like dating are the playboys who don't actually date. They're just out playing around.
It's a sport.
Yeah, they're literally playing around. There's a reason we call them playboys. And for anybody else, those are just predators. They're just not dangerous. They're just emotionally dangerous. They're not physically dangerous.
Right.
You're not in any physical danger. They're just going to break your heart if you think it's any more than it is.
I think today's technology has brought a lot of confusion. It's too easy to ghost people. It's too easy to not realize that's a person, a real person at the other end of that communication.
Yep, but at the other side of it, it's too easy for people to interject themselves in your life. And so it's kind of natural to be callous to it if you get it all the time. And so there's a flip side to that. It's easy to ghost somebody, but it's also easy for someone to become overwhelmed. And all you want to do is go into an app and find a nice person to kind of hang out with, and you're inundated with, 100 people, and 90 of them sent you pictures of their gentleman sausage. No one wants to do that.
Right.
I mean, so I would get callous. And I like looking at those kind of things, but I'd get callous after all that. You can only take so much before you become callous. And I think maybe if there is a danger, if there is a difference in modern dating, it's that it's much easier than it was in the past to build those calluses, that lack of emotion towards that other person, simply because we're inundated with so many messages, so many unwanted things. Lord knows we got one on my Instagram account today. Someone saying, "Hey, look, I'm 21. Check out my profile." Now it's just a bot spam account, but if you assume that they're all bot spam accounts, maybe it's actually sometimes there's a real person behind it, and they're just acting like a bot spam account because there's a reason bot spam accounts act the way they do. They're programmed to look like a socially inadequate person,
yeah, and they are out there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them, and they reach out to places that are, they're socially awkward, so they do it in a socially awkward way. And so I guess if somebody's socially awkward, help them. Look for signs for socially awkward people are attracted to you, because I'll tell you one thing, a good-hearted, socially awkward person will probably be the best partner you can find.
Well, I remember when our first date, you got a little introspective.
I don't date.
Okay, well, our first meeting. And I thought you weren't into me. And I thought, I should leave. And I thought, well, then wait a second. Just give him a minute. Maybe he's overwhelmed too. This is a lot.
No, I'm just painfully socially awkward, so much to the fact that I'm actually amazed I have children.
So I stayed, and we got over that hump, and there we go.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the thing. If you're dating is dangerous, it's hard, and you've got to get over that hump. But if you want to find love, it's what you got to do. That is your daily dose of love.